Hey Cancer, how are you? It's Mary Ellen. I am on the road. I'm traveling. I think I'm going to be on the road perhaps a lot this year. So just to let you know, I'm not going to publish this to YouTube. This is just going to go out to my Patreon subscribers. It might be a little short and sweet. Today is, I think, the 13th or 14th. Let me just check my computer. Oh yeah, gosh, 13th. So I'm going to get the readings out as fast as I can. Cancer, let's jump in. The September love reading for you folks was really intense. My guides have been focusing for quite a while on, I think, a particular group of Cancers that are going through a lot of challenges in their lives in general. We're here to talk about the mid-month love reading. Please, my guides are saying, please be advised. It really, it could be a job. It could be anything in your life that affects your heart chakra. So if you haven't seen the September life path reading or the love reading that went with that, please go look. It's really important for some of you. So again, general reading. Cancer, here's what came out. So from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, that's flow. I think this may have come out. I don't remember. There's been so much going on in my life. But check the readings previously done and just understand that you're in the process. And we see what looks like the moon behind you. You're in the process of working with the light, with the energy, with the quantum flow of your being, which is about love energy here on the earth. That's what you represent. So as I always say, make sure to look at your astrology. What I love about this, look, the staff from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Check it out. See what's happening at the third eye. There's really something intense going on for many of you in your life, in your heart chakra, in the realm of love. So the staff is all about, sorry, I'm doing it backwards. It's all about gaining and recognizing the internal authority for leadership in your own life to find the path that's correct for you. And we see this antlered skeleton. We're talking about the mystical shamanic ability to find your path from your internal wisdom, and perhaps it indicates going through a little bit of a death and rebirth process. There's a lot to this card, the staff. There's a very famous story that comes out of the Christian Bible about the staff of Moses. So if you're not familiar with that, you may want to go to the internet and look it up. Okay, my guides are talking about that story. So parting the waters, creating a path for yourself. Moses created a path through an ocean, through some mystical ability to divide the ocean so that the people who were meant to go to a new place, my guides are saying a new place of origin, fascinating, they could walk through. So it's that kind of a story for you this month. And look, the Dance of the Planets from the Journey of Love. So if you look, always pay attention to the numerology. That adds up to an 11. Do you see how there are two people walking through, and there's the moon again in the top right-hand corner. They're walking through the spiral. They're walking into the light. They are hand in hand. So for some of you that have been challenged in love, again, the beginning of the month was all about something really toxic happening. It may just have been your behavior or the patterns that you set up in your relationship. Most of us do it. Seriously, most of us do it. And then the relationship, as always, is about a journey into the self and inviting your partner and walking with your partner while you walk through the cycle of your life, hopefully into the light, into transformation with the help of the planets. And you might have a long way to go. Don't blame and shame yourself. Take responsibility for yourself, what you bring to the relationship. What happens when that energy, those behaviors, those thought patterns, those beliefs that might need to crash and burn so you can build something unique for yourself and your partner. That's what this is indicating to me. Use the astrology. I always say it, my guides always talk about it. Be aware of the influences that are influencing you. Okay, Cancer? So, look what's on the bottom of the deck, darlings. Some of you are stuck to something unhealthy. So, I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to shuffle it into the deck and we'll see where we go. Okay? Spirit, please give us some energy for Cancer. Oh boy, look. Okay, so there's that. Here's what's at the split. 6 of Cups, right? Nostalgia, feeling love for I'm sorry, I'm sitting literally backwards from how I usually am. Feeling love for someone, feeling nostalgia, missing someone perhaps. And you know what? All right, let's do it. The guides are setting it up. There's the theme of the reading. That's you and your beloved. There's a lot of clarity that needs to happen inside this relationship. All right, my guides are telling me to do it this way. We're going to talk about the relationship first, I think. So, Cancer, no matter what side of the equation, so to speak, that you're on, you need to cut yourself free. You need to get some mental clarity. King of Swords does not put up with any you-know-what. So, this pathway looks a little brighter than it did at the beginning of the month. So some of you really have been doing your work, and maybe you're sitting here in your life this way now. It's very, very interesting to me that the clarity is coming. And what I love about the King of Swords, you see how the King of Swords is sitting high above the earth, really? It is about cloud level vision. Being able to see all of what is meant to be known and cutting through that which does not serve you. Very interesting. We have this notion, Cancer, of something waiting for you if you would only cut yourself free and walk through the garden gate. Okay? And just to reconfirm for that, a 0 point. One of the most powerful moments in life always is the new start, to take a leap of faith. In my other deck, this is signified by the soul, a new soul journey. Obviously, that's what this person is doing. You take what you have, your valuables in your little satchel, and you put your trust and faith and you join together with the universe and you take a leap of faith. Maybe because there's something nipping at your heels urging you to go. Only you know in your life. Okay, Cancer? So, this side of the equation, again, something's over. Go look at that reading from the first, okay? 10 of Swords. Somebody's feeling wounded. Somebody's feeling defeated. Something is coming to an end. I hope it's this. I hope it's the way those of you who are in some toxic situation have been able to free yourself. There's always enough room to reach up and pull that chain over your head and walk away. So the devil is the challenger of truth. What is the truth? It is your fears and the lies you've been telling yourself, maybe each other, that are keeping you chained to something very unhealthy. And you're really wanting to walk away, very definitely. You're going to be coming into some clarity about this connection, whatever it is. This 6 of Cups. Maybe it's not what you thought it was. And you're still stuck to the nostalgia of something that you thought was going to bring you a lot of happiness. It's not true anymore. My guides are saying they want it up there like that. Okay? So the dance of the planets is helping you. Your new life is waiting. All you have to do is jump. This indicates your side of the relationship, Cancer. This indicates your partner. You're each bringing some energy to the equation, so to speak. There's life here and evolution and shift and change. This is all about the opposite of that. It's why you're working with the energy, the flow of energy. So let's shuffle a little bit. Spirit, can you please give us some more information about the relationship for beautiful Cancer? Those, oh boy, those Cancers that are struggling. I hope this is the last month we have to do this review for you, Cancer. Some of you have left a job. Some of you are stuck in a very unhealthy situation. This could be vice versa, of course, and I said it in the beginning of the month. It could be you, Cancer, that's doing this behavior. And if so, you need to go and get whatever help you need to get. You need to, okay, my guides are talking to me about AA. So what they're saying is, the first step is admitting that you have a problem. The only difficulty in this situation, if it's you that's stuck in some toxic behavior or some toxic need, some narcissistic inability to let go, things like that, the only failure is to allow yourself to stay in the same behavior pattern, all right? So no matter how it goes, beautiful Cancer, there is something that needs to happen. You need to be your own divining rod. You need to make the decision, and you need to sit in front of your own element. Protect your heart for a minute. Let the sacred inspiration, the lightning bolt of spirit, come into you while you are deep inside your own element. There's a reason why this woman sits in front of the ocean. It's about using the electromagnetic charge of the water element. Bring forward the information that you need so you can make the decision and cut yourself free. It's very interesting. So you can get on this new path. So Cancer, I like that. Now let's look at you two folks as individuals, okay? Cancer, look, the Empress. You are ripe for a new life. That's what the Empress means in this context, in this moment, in this reading. You have the ability to bring forward new life, to be the progenitor of something brand new. A new way of loving, a new way of being, maybe a new life. For those of you that are in the process of changing your relationship into a healthier form, think of it that way. Maybe that will help you. For your partner, the Alchemist, healing, rest, patience. 1 foot in the water element and 1 foot on the solid. My guides are saying the terra firma. So that the energies that need to be blended together in this way can take form, a new form. So I think there's hope on both sides of the equation always. Okay, full moon, the moon card, secrets. My guides are saying secret desires, secret wishes. The need to hide out of fear and self-loathing, shame, the inability to feel secure about something that is keeping this locked in chains and unable to move forward. That's what's going on with your partner or your boss or your workmate, whatever, however this applies in your life. So Spirit, can you give us some information, please? A little bit more. Okay, they want this one. Look. So for some of you, definitely this is referring to a cycle, okay? Ace of Cups, or pardon me, Page of Cups. Something not well formed. An initiation point for sure. But whoever this person is, that's how much love they have to offer because of their infirmities. In whatever way they have infirmities. And we're talking about the heart chakra for you Cancer this month. Very definitely. Look. I don't know how to receive love. There are sadly many, many people in this world who sit in their life in this position. And they're always worried about, well, what about those 3 cups? And what if I choose this one? Then what about that one? And I don't know, I can't decide. And they're literally frozen in this type of indecision. When the thing that they really desire, my guides are saying, the freedom is being handed to them. And still, they're in a cycle of indecision constantly. And I think because these 2 things are coming out together, I think that in a way, this is the cycle. Maybe that's the devil energy, so to speak. It's just somebody in this equation is just not able. I think we talked about that at the beginning of the month. There's been so much going on for me, I have no memory. So pardon me, and now I'm on the road. So there's something going on. It may also be true that your partner is, like, they have some desire. Maybe they're expressing love energy, and yet they can't carry it out. They can't really do it. Maybe that's what's keeping you locked in dysfunction. Maybe that is the dysfunction. Okay? So enough of that. My guides are saying that's enough about that. Let's take a look at you. Let's take a look at what you're able to create if you want. So I think that you feel this new life coming forward. The Empress is always about being pregnant with possibility. Highly, highly motivated from within to continually produce, quote unquote, new life. Always having the ability to perform acts of manifestation, basically. Okay? The Empress. Really beautiful. Look at the light behind her. So that's what you have inside of you, Cancer. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out, well, okay, I'm feeling it, but how should I do it? What should I do? When will I do it? I don't know. I'm just stuck here pondering. Again, this reading, I'm liking this, and I want to thank my guides. It's about the issue of being stuck. At the beginning of the month, they were really hardcore, and they were just talking about you got to get out, and you got to knock it off. And this is a little softer, a little gentler. So, of course, you need to take some time to ponder it. You're feeling it, Cancer. I know you are, based on the cards that are coming out. So, 7 of Pentacles. You're doing well. You're well on your journey. Make certain to keep the energy flowing, Cancer. That's what this is about. So that you don't get stuck again. You have to keep the energy flowing, okay? Just like this. It's okay to be thoughtful. It's important to be thoughtful. I'm doing it upside down, aren't I? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you keep your focus here on that you want and that what you are meant to manifest. Look. Okay. If what you're doing is contemplating that broken heart of yours, and that's where all your energy is going, that's why this rebirth is perhaps having a hard time getting started. Maybe for some of you, there is a soulmate or something, someone that you desire, and you have a lot of nostalgia about. Maybe it's the relationship with this toxic relationship with a partner, and you're remembering the good days, and you don't want to let go because you're a Cancer and your giant crab claw clamps shut, and it's not easy. It's not so easy to open that, is it? Make sure that what you're grasping is the right thing for you. So if what you're doing is having some contemplation about that, all right, good for you. Do your process. Get the help you need. Some of you really need it. Absolutely, without a doubt. There are times in our lives when we have to choose heartbreak. I understand. I have Cancer. Venus and Cancer are my 4th house of home. Can you imagine? It brings a lot of heartbreak when you're that tender in these spots in your life. So go look at your Venus sign. Where is it? What does that indicate to you about the way you're doing your process? Heartbreak, there are times when it cannot be prevented. And you have to let yourself walk straight into it. In order, my guides just said, in order to cauterize the wound and move on. Certainly you have the power and the ability, and we see over and over again there's a lot waiting for you, Cancer. A whole lot. Very definitely. So, you're going to continue on through this process. I've been too busy in my own life, honestly, to look at the astrology. It's been a really, as most of you know, a really intense couple of months. So I'm in the process. I've been through something like this. I just walked away from my beloved home. Heartbreaking. Extraordinarily liberating at the same time. So I'm not here to tell you it's easy. It's not. It's definitely work. It's really good sometimes to initiate change in your life. Oh, Cancer. All right, these are the places in which those of you who are still stuck, the sorrow. So get some grief counseling about this broken heart, whatever it is about the situation that's breaking your heart. I had to walk away from a lot of things in my life because my life destiny was to, my guides are saying engender, but to experience massive amounts of change in ways that created wounds to my own heart chakra in order to heal myself and get the life I was meant to live. So I'm here to support you. I totally understand. I really get it. Pay close attention to the astrology. Find out the way the planets are moving so you can find your way through the desert and part the ocean. Right? There's something within you that you have to walk away from, Cancer. Really, definitely. Look at that. 5 of Swords. There might be somebody walking away from you. Again, this can be vice versa. So, this is about change through the bitter arguments. And there comes a point where the people or the person against whom you're arguing or defending or whatever it might be, that brings forward the change, because eventually people just don't care anymore. They don't have the will to fight. They don't have the interest anymore. And, okay, here's the way it's coming out. Yeah, and you're just standing there going, wait a minute. Where are you going? We're not done. This isn't done. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Cancer. So, I'm going to put this here. I think there's some of that. It might be that your partner, if you've unchained yourself from this and really brought forward the ending, because some secrets have come out, because you see that this is not enough and will never be enough for you, it's not the kind of love you want, is it? I know, because you're a Cancer, and because of the placement of the water signs in my chart. I have heavy water in my chart. For a long time, I did not pay attention to it. When I finally turned around and took a good look, it blew my mind, and then my life started to change. So maybe take a look at your chart, the dance of the planets. What kind of love do you want? Do you want it to be this, or this, where it's never fully developed, never fully accepted, never fully given? That's a sad state of affairs, Cancer. Here's what you want. 10 of Cups. There are no questions. When you get your clarity and you have your King of Swords moment, you're not going to have any questions. It is going to be a process, because this is near the top of the reading, and we have all this process to go through in order to find your bliss. So, focus on your bliss, on what really makes you happy. Is it the fighting? Is it the maintenance of this kind of a thing? That's what this person has to offer, Cancer. Hopefully it's not vice versa for you. So when you go through these steps, the outcome is the 9 of Pentacles. That's about you standing in your fullness, your full identity, the top of your ability to be within yourself and grounded. And for a water sign, that's not an easy task, because you have to learn how to be grounded on the water element, which is constantly shifting and changing, cycling with the moon, the storms of life. It affects you really deeply, Cancer. But this should be your goal as you go through toward the end of the month. And this 10 of Cups even though I'm here to talk about love, we're talking about the totality of your being and your life. I'm gonna have to figure out a little bit the challenges of how to do this. I've got the computer propped up on a pillow. So gang, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm wishing you well. I'm glad to see that things are moving. You're going to be moving through some heartbreak. Apparently, it's going to bring you a lot of anxiety. You're going to feel it. You can't numb yourself. Thank you, Spirit. You can't numb yourself from this because it's part of the problem. So the way to bring forward the new life is to do the work it takes to walk through the heartbreak. All right, my guys are saying one more. Go through the anxiety. Get your clarity. Have this as your goal. Yeah. Cancer, okay? Because there's something coming through to you, very definitely. The same message keeps coming out, Cancer. Whew, boy, it's tense. Intense times for you, Cancer, for quite a while. Dance of the planets, cycles of the moon, walking into your future. You see this? By dealing with the flow, you direct the flow of the energy. You find your path. You part the ocean. We're talking about your own element. And walk through this dance of the planets to the best of your ability. This may indicate that there's somebody out there waiting for this process to finish, or that will be able to be discovered when you let go of this, whatever it is. So Cancer, thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm wishing you a good second half of September. I'll look forward to seeing you next month. Bye now.